Okay.
It wasn't a 7.
277.6. That's down a lot, right?
That's a lot. That's probably 6 to 8 pounds.
Oh my gosh. You're on fire. All right, week 3 done, right?
Yes.
Good job. You lost, I think you're down in 2 weeks, 8.5 pounds.
Sounds right.
That's pretty awesome.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, you even survived your trip to...
I did. I survived Miami and it was fine. No big deal.
So last week we talked about how I expected you to just remain stagnant because when you travel, you have increased carbohydrates, increased sodium when you're eating out because a lot of places will just throw more sodium in stuff to make it taste better.
Yeah.
But you came back and you were down like, what'd you lose? Over 4 pounds?
Yeah.
And I would have been like, I said I would have been thrilled with 3, so that was a huge win. So my favorite thing, and you'll have to tell everybody, was your video at the airport.
Yeah, so I was stuck in the airport in Atlanta, so if you've ever been in Atlanta airport, for 13 hours. And I was trying to make good food choices. It started with trying to make good food choices. So I was looking at where the restaurants were. They were in different terminals, obviously. So I was like, I'm going to go make a good food choice, but I have to go over to B terminal or whatever. And I was in D. And I was like, so I started, of course, to go down the escalator. I was going to get on the train to go to the B terminal because that's what you do. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to walk there. I have all the time in the world. I'm going to walk. So I walked. And then it was down the way, so I walked down the terminal to the restaurant.
And it's a long terminal,
And it's a long terminal, and then I walked back. And then I was like, you know what? I'm sitting here. I'm just going to keep walking. I didn't have the best shoes on because I was traveling. I wasn't expecting to be in the airport for 13 hours. So I had to do it in bits and pieces because it would bother my feet. But I would walk for a while, maybe 30 minutes or so. Then I would sit down, do some work on my phone. Then I would get up and go on another walk, and I would just wander because I had nothing else to do. But it was great. So I would just do it in bits and pieces, and it helped kill the time, but also it was a little bit of exercise instead of just sitting in an airport all day.
Yeah, it was awesome. I cracked up because I turned on Facebook, and there you were, and you said, I don't know what you've done to me, Lance.
Yeah, I did know, like, this is something I never would have done. And even my brain, when I first went down there, I'm like, I'm just going to get on the train. That's just what you do.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, wow, there's a walkway, and it's actually, they decorate their walkway, so you can actually, like, there's art and stuff you can look at. I'm like, I'll just walk.
Right, and you did awesome. So, yeah, down over 4 pounds, 8.5 for 2 weeks is incredible, especially considering you've been on thyroid medication for 20 years and exercise-induced asthma, which we really haven't ran into any problem.
No,
I mean,
it's been okay.
One time it got a little high, but really not much, right?
No, it's the good news is I can feel it coming on. So unlike most asthma where it just hits you and I can feel it coming.
Yeah.
Just slow down for a minute and it will recede and then.
Yeah, and I'm really excited that just within these first 2 weeks, I can tell that it's not going to be a problem because we're able to push you and get you sweating and get your heart rate up and it not completely stop.
And doing stuff I like, which is the other thing.
Yeah, so you're liking the workouts?
I do. I think I always just tried the group fitness stuff or things like or the treadmill, and it wouldn't work with my asthma. And then I was like, well, I don't like it anyway.
Yeah, right.
It's not really my thing.
Right.
Like most of it, not all of it, but. This I do enjoy, so it doesn't bother me. So
we even put you through a HIIT session, and you did great. We did 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off, and you went a full 11, 12 minutes with no break before your asthma started to catch up with you, and then we took like a 2-minute break, and then you finished the other 9 minutes.
Yep,
you did a good 20 minutes of high-intensity interval training.
Which is shocking to me that I did anything for 11 minutes.
Yeah. It was really awesome. You did really good, so. eating out how was that in Miami? Was that okay?
It was okay. It was all right. It was definitely it was a work meeting, and so it was a predetermined menu. It was buffet style, but I just picked and I had to pick and choose what I was eating. Thankfully, the girl that was my roommate was she would be like, that's a good choice. Or, no, that's not a good choice. So she really kind of helped. I told her to.
Good.
Like, help me. Like, nope, that's good. That's good. So it definitely helps to even have a friend.
Were you able to practice flexible dieting where you're saving your carbs and your fats for times when you go out to restaurants?
Yes.
Okay.
So I ate, our big meal was lunch. And so I didn't eat near as much. I just had, I can't remember if it was a yogurt or something in the morning, but really not much of anything. And then ate quite a bit at lunchtime. And then it kept me full, so I really wasn't even that hungry in the dinner time. And then I would just fill in with the other stuff because we could eat whatever we wanted at that point, like Perfect. Out.
So now that, I mean, you're 2 weeks into it, 3 weeks into it.
3 weeks, yeah.
Is this, and you can be perfectly honest because I really want to know, is this something you think you could see doing for a long time?
Yes.
Not just a short.
So the same thing I said kind of last week. The meal eating and stuff is getting easier. I'm still not great at it, but it's definitely easier. The working out's getting easier. It's still just finding the time.
Yep.
To do it. And so that's always for me is going to be the challenge is more making the time and making it fit into my schedule.
Yeah. So here's what I would say to that. So, and it's amazing people don't think of it like this, but you know when a plane's going down and the plane says, take care of your oxygen mask first so you can take care of everyone else, that's what you have to do. You have to take care of yourself first. So that it's got to be a priority. It's got to be non-negotiable.
Well, and that's why I said part of the thing was this year was I was like, I've got to start being a little selfish and taking care of myself. So
yeah, and you being selfish is actually not selfish because the more selfish you are when it comes to taking care of yourself, the longer you're going to be. God willing. I mean, of course, there's certain things that could happen. You know, I mean, we could all get cancer. You know, but there's certain things we can control, like working out and eating healthy, that are gonna increase our life expectancy. Yeah. So you being selfish and taking care of yourself first, making sure that that's non-negotiable. 30 minutes a day, a few times a week. I know everybody can find that time. Yeah. I know it's tough, but if you make it non-negotiable, you can do it.
Well, and I've been scheduling it onto the calendar that I have an appointment with you. So
you haven't missed a single session.
No, and so that, I mean, of course, that's easy when you have a scheduled appointment.
Yeah.
So that, for me, I think is the difference maker, is just having a set time.
Right. You're doing awesome.
Thank you.
You're doing awesome.
I'm feeling good.
You're looking great. You're doing awesome.
Hi, this is Angie Kerr, and I am in, you may recognize me from Lance's before and after stuff that he's doing. So I just want to share because something really crazy has happened to me. I've been up since 3:30 this morning, Eastern time, trying to fly home from a work trip, and I have been stuck in the Atlanta airport since 8 o'clock this morning. That's a whole other story though. But anyway, I just wanted to say, because I had to share it, I don't know what's happening to me. I actually made some really good choices. Not only was it hard to eat in the airport all day, but I did it. But I walked. I went from terminal to terminal in the Atlanta airport walking. I didn't take the train. I've been walking up and down these long hallways. So I'm pretty proud of myself, and I just want to share with y'all because I don't know what's going on. So whatever Lance has done the last 2 weeks, I'm starting to take it to heart and doing some stuff on my own, and trying to make the most of my 13 hours in the Atlanta airport. So the only problem is I didn't really come prepared. Not to be doing this, but whatever. So I did it, and I just want to share with you guys because for me this is huge. Totally out of character. Not only would I have not eaten well, I probably would have been drinking several beers while I was sitting here waiting because I am watching the football game. But I also would have taken the train, and I certainly wouldn't have gone to other terminals to go look for food. But I did, and so I'm pretty proud of that. And I just wanted to share with y'all. So I hope you have a good rest of your weekend. Hopefully I'll make it back to Illinois sometime. Maybe today, might be tomorrow. Good luck. See y'all.